Hello my dudes, what is good, what is good? I hope everything is good with you and everything good with me. We're back again on Hack the Box, doing the starting point machines. We are getting very close to the end of tier 1, very exciting times. So today, we're going to be solving Pennyworth. From what I've seen so far, it doesn't sound too bad. So hopefully it's nothing like bike. But anyway, with that said, let's do the box. Question number 1, what does the acronym CVE stand for? It's been a long time since I've had to answer that question. I think it's like common vulnerability something, but let's Google it. Let's first get rid of all of our tabs from the previous one. And we're going to see CVE meaning on Google. Common vulnerabilities and exposures. Oh my gosh, that throws me back. I actually haven't had to look at that definition since the first time I started studying cybersecurity, so that is really fun. Question number 1 was common vulnerabilities and exposures. There you go. Question number 2. What do the 3 letters in CIA referring to the CIA triad in cybersecurity stand for? Confidentiality, integrity, availability, I think? If I remember correctly. Yes! I still remember the basics. Okay, here we go. We have actual hacking questions now. So let's have a look. Question number 3. What is the version of the service running on port 8080? Let's have a look. So Nmap, IP address, -p, port 8080, SC, SV. Let's see what we get. I didn't do a T4, forgot to. It's going to take slightly longer. Should be fine. It's only one port. So we have Jetty running on that version. Let's copy and paste that in. See if we get the answer. I actually did question 3 so fast, it doesn't know what to do. It's freaking out. It's broken. Let me refresh the page, just in case. Maybe I had a space at the end, but I don't really see what I'm doing wrong, to be honest. Okay, I was just copy and pasting it wrong. That's fine. I'm guessing we have to go there. Let's go and grab our IP address, and we're going to do port 8080. HTTP proxy port there. Jenkins, we have no technology detected with Wappalizer, so I'm guessing it wants us to try and get in first, and then we can see the version. So, I don't know, looking at something like this, it looks fairly new. Looks can often be deceiving, so I'm going to just hazard a guess and say it's probably not SQL injection right off the bat, because since things started looking like this, or looking newer, people aren't really just coding straight in PHP, introducing SQL injections into their code. But we can search for Jenkins default credentials. I can't talk and type at the same time. So admin password seems to be it. I feel like Jenkins was also one. Using credentials. Okay, let's just try admin password. Let's see if that's the case. So admin password. Let's see if we get in. No. Let's see if HackTricks has anything on it actually. What you got for me? It's gone. Oh no. Common credentials in Jenkins. No, I really want the HackTricks on this. Jenkins HackTricks. Jenkins enum, brute force, vulnerabilities, code execution, create a new project. Okay, so this is all the stuff on how to get a reverse shell. But how do we make our way in? Jenkins does not implement password policy. You should try to brute force users because weak passwords probably being used. That's maybe a little hint there. There's an authentication bypass. I feel like that's a bit outside of the scope for this though, because we don't actually know a version. So doing a bit more Googling, I found there's actually an MSF module for brute forcing Jenkins login here. So I'm going to use that. So set pass _ file user / share word lists. I don't really want to use RockQ because RockQ is huge and it'll take 10 years. Let's do sec lists. Let's use the Zato. And we use the 1000. Set user file to user share word lists, sec lists, and I think there was something else. Maybe there's something else. Usernames? Oh, usernames, of course. Timely usernames.txt. Let's try that and we'll see what we get. Got to set our host as well. Let's do that real quick. Set our hosts to that, and I'm going to do run. Hopefully it works. And we're trying a bunch of passwords. Okay, let's see what we get. So midway through it running, I realized, oh, it's not doing like a password spray. It's doing every single password in that list for one username, then the next one, then the next one. So I reckon what I'm going to do is just do like a speedier one. How many usernames were in that list? I didn't stop to think about that. Oh my god, there are loads. Okay, let's get a better username list, actually. Well, it's gotta be like default stuff. Oh, top username shortlist, here we go. Run. Oh, login successful, root password. I knew it! Root password, no way. I'm in. Ha 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 ha. So what was I doing that for again? That took ages. What is the version of Jenkins running on the target? Okay. Where do I find the version of Jenkins? Oh, down here. 2.289.1. Lovely. What type of script is accepted as input on the Jenkins script console? The answer to that is Groovy. I actually use Groovy scripts. Completely forgot to explain it when I was first doing this box, because I kind of just wanted to get straight into the hacking. Jenkins is an open source automation server. It does continuous integration, continuous development, helps with the software development lifecycle. So you can build stuff, test stuff, deploy stuff continuously with Jenkins. Anyway, now that we know that we're admin, or we're root on the Jenkins server, what we can do is we can execute a Groovy script that executes code. Question number 6. What would the string CMD variable from the Groovy script snippet be equal to if the target VM was running Windows? I mean, you can kind of guess. It's saying CMD, it's probably cmd.exe. Let's just have a look. I was correct. Okay, so question number 7. What is a different command than IPA we could use to display our network interfaces information on Linux? The answer to that is actually ifconfig. Question number 8. Which switch will we use with netcat for it to use UDP transport mode? I'm guessing it's probably like -U. That's just a complete guess, but that's usually what it is. Yeah, -U. Very nice. So question 9. What is the term used to describe making a target host initiate a connection back to the attacker host? You're going to see this so often in cybersecurity, but it is a reverse shell. You've probably already heard of it at this point, and you've just been waiting to have one. Here you go, you're about to have one. What we're going to do now is we're going to use this to find a way to get a reverse shell. So let's have a look. We have Jenkins script console. There is a way to do it in MSF console, but I don't want to use MSF console. Go to the dashboard. Let's see what we can find. Manage Jenkins. Here we go. This is what we're looking for. So where is it? Where is it? Jenkins client. Here we go. So no, is this what we want? There's like a Groovy IDE, or like you can run a script console. Here we go. In order to get the root flag, you have to abuse the fact that Jenkins can actually run Groovy scripts. So you head to the script console right here, and then you can input whatever script you want to run. It has to be written in Groovy, somewhat similar to Java, I think, or related to Java in some way. I found this one on the HackTricks page for Jenkins, and you can run whatever command you want in there. So as long as you replace this ls that I've put in there with whatever you please, you will get a list of all the files. So if you do bash-c, and then who am I, you can see that the box is running as root, which means if we get a reverse shell from this, we'll be running as root. So I'm going to go back to my trusty revshells.com favorite reverse shell generator, /online, best one. And then we change the appropriate details. We can go and grab a bash shell, and hopefully it will connect to us. If I can figure out how to type again. And do bash-c, and then I do sh, and blah, 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 blah. You get the idea. Unexpected end of file. Oh dear. It wasn't working for some reason, so I'm going to move on to the next one, see if I can use their custom reverse shell code in mine. Because mine wasn't working for some reason. I'm not too sure why. But I'm going to see what they have base64 encoded here. So, whoops, wrong button. So I'm going to copy this, I'm going to go to my console, I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to type in base, I'm going to type in echo the thing, no, hold on, echo, like that. And then we're going to go base 64-D. And it's going to, okay, so they've just gone and got a regular payload. Okay, I'm going to do that too. I'm going to just take this. So we're going to do bash, no, we're going to do echo, and we're going to put it all into this. We're going to change the IP address and the port to one we want. So 10.10.16.6, and then it was a slash, and we're going to echo it to base64. And then we have our base64 encoded payload, so that should work. Place it in here and see if it runs. Connection refused. Okay, that's because we're not listening on our netcat, so that was my fault. So we're going to do NC NVLP and 6969 because that's my favorite number. And inappropriate IOCTL for device. Is that what they were talking about? Oh no, I have a shell. I'm root. There you go. I'm in. CD/root. And then we should be able to get a flag, which we can. I'm done with this box. Stop the clock. Stop the clock. We did it. I'm done. Cool one. So what did this box teach us today? Man, I already kind of knew how to do this box because it's one I've come across a couple of times while doing HackTheBox boxes, Jenkins. I had to do a password brute force to get in because I just didn't find any vulnerabilities that were working for Jenkins. Like I didn't have any version information, so you know, what's the point of trying all the exploits for every version of Jenkins ever? Doesn't make any sense. And once we were in, we went to the script console, which executes Groovy scripts, whatever you give it, completely untrusted. And then we hit the HackTricks page, got ourselves a nice reverse shell, executed it, listened with netcat, and got root on the box. Very nice. Bit more, I guess, realistic, because not everything's going to be like a point and shoot vulnerability. Sometimes you're going to have to brute force passwords, you know, kind of unprompted, which is not as it's not as CTF as some of the other things we're going to encounter, but it is an important skill to have and to know how to do. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.